So we talked earlier about the major causes of a negative attitude. Now we got to balance the scales out, right? What are the major causes of a positive attitude? Now, you may think that this is a ridiculous topic, right? Well, everyone knows that there's benefits to a positive attitude, but we're not talking about the benefits. We're talking about the causes, right? In other words, what do people do who have a great attitude? What do people do that go through immense struggle but have a great attitude? That's what we want to talk about today. David Essel, 45 years as a counselor, number one best-selling author, 16 books, and I do a whole bunch of more stuff. Everything's at talkdavid.com. So this is going to shock you, I'm sure, but the number one cause or the number one reason that someone would have a positive attitude is a choice. Number one is they choose to be positive. Now, you might think that sounds way too simplistic, but it's not at all. When we make choices to be more positive, when we make choices to be in better shape, when we make choices to spend money more wisely, there's got to be an origin. There's got to be a beginning, and that beginning is always called a choice. Now, you're watching this. If you're a real positive person, you know you've made a choice, and your lifestyle reflects it, right? If you're not a positive person, then you need to pay attention to what we're doing here, because this could really change everything. Okay, so number one is you have to make a choice. That means you wake up in the morning, and we don't have any electronics. We have our clients for the first 30 minutes to an hour. There's no iPhone. There's no checking your emails or social media or the weather or anything else. Open the window, look outdoors for the weather. That's all you need for that, right? But we have to make a choice. So the very first thing we say is when we make that choice, the first 30 minutes or hour every day is going to be peaceful. I may read something out of a philosophical book on personal growth or a religious or a spiritual book. I may meditate. I may journal. But we want that first 30 to 60 minutes to be electronic free. This is a choice. This means you're starting off the day in a more positive attitude. This means you're probably starting off the day at a higher level than 90% of the world's population. How many people get up 30 minutes to an hour without any electronics whatsoever and sit and meditate, sit and pray, sit and journal, sit and have gratitude for the life that you're living right now, right? So everything right here we're talking about is choice. We make a choice to have a great attitude. We get up in the morning, we choose no electronics. Number three is when we do choose electronics, we make sure that we're choosing those that are uplifting, right? If you're on social media, there's a post going around right now. If you don't like a post that you see, just skip it and move on. You don't have to comment on everything that you see, right? And this has everything to do with a positive attitude. If you see a post on social media and you know they're wrong and you're right and you post, it's going to destroy your attitude right away. Now we're getting into this jockeying position of pissing on each other, which is what we've been doing for years and years and years. And if you want to have a great attitude, people with a great attitude don't piss on each other. How's that for a great starting point, right? Is that they're not going to try to compete and tell someone they're wrong and all that kind of stuff. Why? They don't have time for that. They need to put their energy into good stuff. Next up, it's going to be the opposite of the negative attitude. Who are we hanging out with? We really need to pay close attention to this. Who we hang out with can have everything to do with a positive attitude. And if you write down the number of people that you interact with on a regular basis, maybe it's 2, 4, 6, 8, or 10, I would write next to them, how positive are they in your life? Those people that are super positive, that are uplifting in nature, we need more of those around us. So we start spending less time with the negative Nellies, with the conspiracy theorists, with the news addicts, the news junkies, and we start spending more time with people that are taking care of their mind, their body, their relationships, their spiritual growth, right? See, these are all things that we need to have a great attitude. Next up, well, you know where I'm going. What are you watching? Those people that have a great attitude rarely are watching the news. And if they are, it's 30, 45 seconds and they're off. Why? Because they can find out anything they want either online or they can ask a neighbor. Okay, so what we watch has everything to do with a positive attitude. What we read, what we listen to, all of these things are crucially important and you have control. This is the thing. This is not a genetic issue. You don't have a negative attitude gene in you. You have to make a choice. And sometimes making a choice is tough because when you've lived for 20, 30, 40 years with a negative attitude, negative Nelly, doubter, doubting Thomas, all those kind of things, that stuff isn't easy to change, is it? But we can make that change. And then you'll have more energy, a stronger immune system. It'll be easier to lose weight because you'll have less stress. It'll be easier to sleep because you'll have less stress. It'll be easier to live life because you'll have less stress. People who have a more positive attitude in life have so much less stress than the average individual. It's worth the work. Let me help you. We've been doing this for 45 freaking years. I wouldn't do anything else. I absolutely love this. And we've helped many people with a quasi-positive attitude rocket through the roof when we've gotten them doing certain things, tools, techniques, how to approach, how to disengage, all of these terms that when we work together, you'll learn. Join me at talkdavid.com. Let's get those attitudes way through the roof. It improves relationships. It'll improve your relationship with money, with your partner. It just makes the biggest difference in the world. You'll start to accomplish things that you never thought you could. Trust me, it's happened to me as well. Everything is at talkdavid.com. Let's work together from anywhere in the world. Your success is guaranteed when you work with me. I'm David Essel. Have a great day.